welcome back to F1 2022 Champion Series, hosted by Delta Zero Productions. I'm your host, middle name Orion. I'm joined here with Juan, and today we have our final race, round 12 in Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi.
Exciting. We have some clear racers in contention for our leads in the driver's standings. As you saw just a moment ago, we have our standings leaders Miller and Limp coming into today's race separated by only 6 points, less than the point total finish between a first and second place. So we could see this come down to the very end, down to the wire. It'll be interesting to see what happens. We also have some interesting movement as we move further down the field as well. Lots of close contention for other spots, second, third, and also a little bit of contention between second and third place in our constructor standings, as our second and third are separated by a singular point. Miller in first, and it'll be interesting to see how he approaches today. Both Miller and Limp are 1 and 2 in the driver standings, have won 5 races each where they've managed to finish in first. So it'll be interesting to see what happens today as they're both out there on the field. Okay.
Oh, we're just going right into the race?
Going right into the race by the looks of things. And they're off. You can see, okay. It's a good view of the entire field. Oh, maybe a little closeness, maybe a tiny bit of contact at the very back of the pack. Yep, Limp takes the lead from Miller. See Kefalinos and Derpy still holding third and fourth respectively. We're going to go and switch out into the driver view. Actually, let's drop back into third. Take a look at Derpy, as you can see both are 1 and 2 as well from this. You can see as they're all on this straightaway here. Everybody, bunching up on this straightaway. That makes sense. Nothing really separating anybody yet. See some good racing. See a little bit of separation actually amongst most of the pack. Let's go ahead and take a look at one of our Alpine racers here. You can see right on the tail of Kumar. Oh, manages to pass up Kumar. Oh, and then Kumar manages to take it right back on the next little turn. Ooh, and we're getting some close racing here. Oh man, I don't know how these two are avoiding contact, getting right next to each other through multiple turns like this. That's impressive. We're going to take a look up real quick at Yoik. Oh, as he actually passes up Derpy. Oh, there was some movement here.
Right there.
Yes, and you see Limp taking our inaugural fastest lap here. Let's go ahead and take a look.
Go, Miller.
Let's take a look at Miller real quick. And move back in here. We can see as he looks to make his move on Limp, just a few tenths of a second behind. This is the typical place we see somebody looking to make a move and move up the field. And the last few races that I have seen, we've had a little bit of separation between 1 and 2 at the beginning. Not seeing that in this race, which is good because it means more healthy competition. You see, we're going to actually drop back and take a look again at Kumar here and Derpy, who are both right. Actually, we're going to drop back. Yeah, let's watch Derpy. We're able to see how close he is to Jonas here in that 5th position.
What?
I know. Oh, we have a safety. Oh, some contact. It looks like Miller with a DNF just crashed. Okay, and yep, there you go. You saw him just on the side there. We're gonna drop back to Clicky and see if we see that as well. You should see that in just a few seconds. There's a virtual safety car active.
Virtual safety car. I think even Derpy hit the car in front of him because he slowed down.
You see right there, yeah. And you see Derpy in the pit right now. Man, this is interesting. We have 2 Kumars in our end.
Yeah,
I can guarantee you one thing, and that's that Kumar did not clone himself mid-race. At least that's what I assume. We're actually going to take a look really quick at our 3rd position Yoik. You can see...
drive-through penalty.
Limp with a penalty.
That's spicy.
Yeah, that is spicy. We're going to go ahead and see Yoik here as he's right on the tail of Kefalinos in 3rd and 2nd. They are by far our smallest delta. With that DNF and that virtual safety car, we actually saw more separation across the entirety of the field. By far our lowest delta is right here, but every delta after that is 3 seconds plus almost. You can see a bit of a race here for 2 and 3.
We got a drive through as well.
Yeah, looks like that's the case. We are... I'm not sure what
they
the
got
drive
drive-throughs. We got speeding.
Speeding where?
Just speeding.
What do you mean?
Can
We have Yoik currently still on the tail of Kefalinos. Kefalinos putting a little bit more separation between him and Yoik in 3rd position.
Alright,
Still,
so Derpy already goes in to do his drive-through.
yeah, still our closest racing. Oh, actually, we're gonna drop back. Can we take a look at Kumar here now on the
Right
tail
onto
of
the
Sunby?
tail.
Let's see how this goes. He's looking to make his move here. Heard that beep. Yep, he heard that beep, and there he goes.
It's like,
Let's look back. And then we're actually going to come back in. We're going to drop back. Take a look at Sunby now, as he looks to make up for what just happened. Don't think he will. Let's look back at Yoik again. He's still on Kefalinos' tail. Still maintaining that delta of around half a second. It'll be interesting to see if that kind of persists throughout the rest of this lap and we see that distance maintained, or he manages to find somewhere where he can kind of take advantage. We see Limp with the fastest lap of 129.166. And then immediately overtaken by 2 people in succession. Now our fastest lap holding there with Jonas at 128. That's pretty fast. Very fast. We have a full safety car active as something happened here.
That's a good question.
We will update you with exactly what that was once we figure it out ourselves. Well, this is
Full safety car trigger.
this is the most safety car I've seen. Anything so far?
That's weird.
Yeah, certainly. We're actually gonna go up to our leader. I don't see the safety car yet. No one's really that close to it by the looks of things. Everyone's
Derpy goes in again.
pretty far away from it. Yeah, we're gonna see some people taking advantage of this full safety car, possibly with some pits, because that's just advantageous to do while you have that on the field there.
Yeah, let's look at that.
You know, they're already 5 laps in, which means it's kind of like a free 5 laps on your tires, almost.
So it looks like nobody's pit so far. Yeah, we have the whole bunch coming in though. So we'll see if any of them go in for that.
I'm gonna drop up to take a look at Eoik as he's getting close here, and we can start to see kind of drop back as we see some people who we suspect might end up just going in. Nope, we have Eoik staying out. We see also Jonas staying out by the looks of things. We have Limp going in.
Going in. Yep.
And Kefalinos going in.
Goes in. Probably
And then
going to go to hards, I would assume.
yeah, we'll take a look, see what their tire strategies are.
Cause the safety car that's on Broken Wing.
Who was it?
Chris. He doesn't have a
Okay.
front wing.
So Kefalinos, actually, we had the safety car. We had a broken wing, and that's why we see that out there. We see Kumar not going in. We have a few people in the pit right now. Let's go ahead and see There we go. Now we can see our safety car. And as people catch up to that safety car, we'll kind of drop back another racer here. You can see Kumar currently looking to finish catching up to that, which should be fairly soon. He's on this straightaway here in Sector 2, and that'll let him do a lot of catching up. Oh, Derpy now with a DNF.
Derpy now.
On a safety car. This is some interesting happenstance here.
Oh, we're already on.
Yeah, we're already...
Go up to...
See some
Oh,
people
he
here.
disappeared.
Yeah, looks like he's...
That's weird.
His car's already
He, like, crashed way
off
up
screen. Let's go ahead and drop back. You can see Limp looking to catch up to the safety car pack now. As you see, Kumar has officially now caught up to that. Curious to see how long this safety car is staying out here. How many laps? Already been out here for 2 laps, at least. And we had a virtual safety car for a couple laps earlier as well. Over half our race so far. Well, I can safely say I think we are going to see a change in that number 1 seed in our driver standings.
Well,
most likely. It's not a done deal, but it is fairly likely now.
Kumar goes into the pits.
Yeah, we have Kumar going into the pit. We're going to actually drop back Kefalinos going into the pit again for a second time. He's pitted last lap as well. Looking to really keep those tires fresh. Let's go take a look actually at Clicky as he looks to catch up to our safety car pack. He's staying out on the field, not going into the pits. He has 6 laps currently on these hards. Now that we have a safety car out here, he kind of joins Yoik and Jonas as the only 2 people who don't have fresh tires. All of them with 6 laps, all of them on hards. Also, we kind of went right into this race and made ourselves a little bit of a liar earlier, but now that we have a second, 2% chance of precipitation. Don't think we're going to be seeing any rain anytime soon.
No.
Which is great.
Yeah,
Nice.
There's
already enough happening here. I don't think we need any more excitement added to this unless it is racing excitement in a good way. You can see our racer Clicky here. About halfway through Sector 2. Coming through soon into Sector 3, looking to catch up to our safety car pack here. I would say he's going to catch up. Yep, safety car in this lap. That's what I was about to say. We can get back to our racing here. Down 2 of our racers. Yeah, this is... I mean, we are going to have 22 laps left. See how this plays out. That's still a lot of time. But we had our number 1 seed in quali DNF. We had our number 4 seed in quali DNF. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays into the last 3 quarters of our race here. Maybe it's 2 thirds. Yeah. Okay. And they're off. And speaking of them being off, we're going to see what our top 3 look like here. And then we're going to go outside and kind of take a look. Ooh, you can see the whole field. That's a beautiful view as they all come around. The first little turn in Sector 1 there. Let's drop back. You can see Limp is making his move. I'm going to drop back 1 so we can see both of them now as Limp moves into second. You can see Jonas keeping an eye on our 1 and 2 seats here. Be interesting now to see if we see any bit of quick separation. We had about 1 lap of closeness, and then we saw a sudden onslaught of a lot of separation in the first few laps of the beginning of this race. We're actually going to jump up 1 to Limp. Sorry about that, our button's stuck. As you can see, he overtakes Yoik. We're going to drop back, take a look now. And I think Limp is going to be looking to get some separation if he can. We have seen that in prior races from him. when he manages to take first. He looks to get some separation. Also, the fact that Limp is out there on mediums, whereas his 2 and 3s are out there on hards. So we might see a little bit of faster racing just due to that. You can see he puts in a fastest lap of 127.6, almost a full second faster than the prior fastest lap. So you see those mediums really paying off for him in that factor. We have some other close racing here. We're going to take a look, actually, at our 6th seed Kefalinos, really close to Kumar, who's even closer to Sunby at the 4, 5, and 6th positions. You can see a tiny bit of separation, a little bit of grouping amongst the field now. Oh! That was some detritus going everywhere. Detritus explosions abound. You can see, actually, both of them. Yep, takes the outside, but not quite enough to make up any ground on Sunby. Oh, and some ghosting and some weirdness, and this has been an interesting race so far. We are going to drop back now and take a look at that same view now that Kefalinos is overtaking Kumar, and then immediately overtakes Sunby as well. We'll see what that looks like from Sunby's position real quick. Oh, and some jumping around in our view here. You see... Actually, we're going to go right here, because now Kumar... Oh, a little bit of off track there. Man, we have some interesting... Oh, there we go.
Kumar takes penalty.
Yep, Kumar takes a 3-second penalty. That would be our first unserved penalty so far. I believe the other 2 were no longer applicable. We have... You know, we're actually going to take a look back up at our 3 seed, because they are very close to our 1 and 2 positions. Limp not able to utilize those mediums to really create much distance, which is what he's looked for in the past, but not today. You can see, we'll keep kind of an eye too on that 4, 5, 6, see how that does specifically right now between 5 and 6, with Kumar being right on Sunby as well. We see him, let's drop to Sunby. Oh, for a second he overtook him. Oh, and now he does overtake him. And it looks like that's going to maintain as the position. Now Sunby drops back into 6th. Let's go ahead and take a look back up again at our leaders. We are going to see how that plays out here. We have Limp looking to fend off the Alpine teammates here. Yoink and Jonas right on each other's respective tails. We can see kind of that spreading a little bit in some places in the field. You have Clicky looking to kind of make up for some time. Oh, and then we had a Limp. Limp drop. Spun. Yeah, he's already managed though to overtake Jonas. Keep an eye on this.
View more.
Yeah, we need to use an outside view more here so we can kind of see what's going on. Actually, let's take a look at that right now as we look at our 2 and 3 positions. Now, Yoik has created quite a bit of distance between himself, although Limp is catching up fast.
That's an uncommon mistake from Limp.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like we haven't seen a lot of mistakes from him. He's usually very consistent.
I can remember.
Yeah, very consistent racer so far this season.
I think you have to go all the way back to the first race.
Yeah, but you know, we've already seen crazier stuff than that happen in this race. You can actually, we're gonna jump up to Limp, and we are gonna watch him now.
Yoink.
Yep, and there he goes. You can see right there, but it looks like Yoik manages to get kind of back on track here. You now see him.
Probably leaves in the back end.
Yeah.
Just try to catch him.
Lots of interesting movement, lots of positional changes. We don't normally see this many positional changes between 1, 2, 3, I feel like.
So Clicky just, you know.
Oh, and then we have Clicky now.
Retired
DNF. Limp. Yeah, Limp setting another fastest lap, 127.0, really close to sub 127. We're gonna take a step back here, take a look at Jonas as You can see our 1 and 2 ahead of him here. But, you know, this is something we saw a couple races back as well. Alpine kind of staying together as a team on the course. They work these positions well when they can kind of get together here, and now they're doing it in a position where they are, you know, trying to close in on one. Yeah, Kumar with another penalty. I believe that's actually his second so far of the race.
Yeah, they look like they'll be going from a hard to medium-ish is I'm assuming is the idea. I'm guessing Limp will go on to softs after his.
Yeah, most likely. With these track temps, you might be able to make. He might be able to make those medium. You know, he'll be fine to make those mediums last and then go on to softs.
You should be able to.
Yeah, we only have 17 laps.
So as long as they can keep a good distance from Limp, they have it. And
oh no! And so much for Alpine staying together. Let's see if he can get back on track and manage not to be overtaken like he just was. Kefalinos. You can see... Oh, he's actually going into the pits.
Probably took some wing damage as
well. Possibly a little damage there. We'll see. He's looking to pit immediately, so that's very probable with his hards being only on 5. Or with his hards being out there, I don't believe he has his hards on many laps at all.
No, they've been...
Has he been out there? Okay.
He was 12 laps old.
Okay, well now he will be 0 laps old.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and take a look actually at Sunby. It's our lowest delta, sub 1 second.
Ooh. That's second? First?
Yep, Kefalinos.
First penalty?
Kefalinos with a 3-second penalty there. That's going to play into effect later, and Kumar's penalty is actually going to play into effect because, you know,
Sunby's
right on his tail.
You need every point they can get.
Yep, Jonas looking to make up some of that ground as well. Since he pit, now he's 15 seconds outside of the 5th position. Currently, you see by far our lowest delta is here with Sunby, looking to make his move on Kumar in 4th.
There we go. He takes the inside.
Yep. Oh, and we're going to go back here because we lost our racers. You can see didn't quite manage to overtake. We'll see as he tries again.
He's on the harder compound, so...
He is, yeah. A little bit of a disadvantage there in terms of speed. We'll see how that affects his attempt to overtake. Yep. Right on his tail.
That's good.
Maybe we'll end up waiting for some DRS. Yeah.
As long as he stays patient. Stays patient, and I think that back straight should be able to get it.
Yeah, certainly.
There's 2 DRS zones over there, so.
We have...
Jonas goes in again?
Yeah, Jonas again goes into the pits. Yeah. Second lap in a row now.
Yeah, I don't know what that one is.
Certainly going to make it a little bit difficult to...
Oh, broke the wing again.
More wing damage. That's a lot of wing damage so far. And, and some definite contact there. Actually, Kumar kept his position, didn't move behind. Both of them are back right where they were. Yeah. Luckily, there was no craziness out of that.
Looked a bit ambitious.
Yeah.
To get into there.
And Yoik with a 3-second time penalty. That's going to be...
That's going to help Kefalinos now. They both have a penalty.
Yeah.
And with all these mistakes that are happening, Limp is getting a...
sizable lead now. He doesn't have any penalties, which means his interval is going to be 8 seconds, over 8 seconds on both our 2 and 3, because our 2 and 3 both have penalties at the moment.
He's also pit already. I think Kefalinos says as well.
Yeah.
Yoink is yet to pit. So there is the fight for between Yoink and Kefalinos. They both are, I think, just 1 point or tied.
They're very close. They're I think within 1 point of each other.
Yeah. So, like last time, whoever's in ahead should beat the other.
Certainly. Well, and you notice, I think we've also kind of, with what we've seen so far, barring any other DNFs or any major accidents, we've solidified our 1, 2, 3 constructor here now that we have Miller with a DNF because we have our 2 Alpines.
Yes.
I don't think that's going to be enough to catch Limp, barring any major crashes or issues or DNFs.
Think if Jonas can get back through the pack, he might be able to get third in the...
But that'll certainly be enough, you know, barring any crazy DNFs to kind of solidify a 1, 2, 3 in the constructor of Mercedes and then Alpine. I believe.
Okay.
We should be seeing. Right now, you can see a little bit more separation, more than we've seen so far this entire race. Nobody is sub a second. Our closest is here at 4 and 5, with Sunbeam being 1.6 seconds behind Kumar. You see Yoik go into the pits now. He'll be coming out on some fresh tires, some fresh mediums. I assume he'll look to finish the race on those, unless he sees some more damage, or we see some craziness now with 13 laps to go. I do expect what we were talking about earlier to happen, where we're probably going to end up seeing Limp at some point come out on softs. I would imagine.
Oh, comes out in front. He is stuck behind Kumar, but...
Yeah, let's take a look. Actually, let's keep a look here at Sunby, as we can kind of see both him and Yoik closing in on 3 here on Kumar. We'll see. You just heard that beep, but no one yet taking advantage of it on this straightaway.
You can see Kumar has blinking light, so less than 10%.
Yeah.
Battery left.
And
it
looks like we might
pass right now.
Yeah.
And he takes
see. Yeah, managed to overtake Kumar. So now we have Yoik in 3rd. Oh, a little bit off track there.
So 13 seconds to make up. I don't think either of those drivers are going to pit again.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see...
We might still see Limp. If Limp can get a gap, I believe he'll pit. He has to. There's too many laps, I think, on those tires.
Yeah, it'd be finishing out with 23 laps on mediums. Be a bit rough.
I mean, even for Cavalinos, that's going to be a difficult stretch.
Yeah. See where are we right now. We're coming through sector 1 with Sunday. See, he's about a second behind Kumar here. You know, while we got a little bit of separation here, if we get some lower deltas, we'll take a look back. But let's take a minute and take a look at Cavalinos. You know, consistent racing so far in 2nd place. 12 seconds behind Limp, but you know, we've seen Limp put some distance in the past, so there's really no slight on Cavalinos here. You can see him coming through the final bit of sector 2 into sector 3. Be looking to put some fast time on the board here.
Yeah, and I think as long as Limp finishes this race,
no
matter what position finishes in,
see Limp coming across the line right now.
They'll win both the constructors and the drivers.
Oh, and there we go. We see the pit from Limp.
Yeah.
And just as we expected, interesting to see how much time that ends up taking here. 2.4 on that first. Let's see. There he comes out now and manages to move down into 2nd. Cavalinos overtaken 1st briefly here. But Cavalinos is on hards. Yoik! Taking the fastest lap. 126.538. Almost half a second faster than Limp's prior.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and...
That's down already to 10 behind Cavalinos now?
Fantastic racing. We see Sunbeam now with a half-second delta again on Kumar. We've seen a lot of fighting between 4 and 5 here between Sunbeam and Kumar. That's been kind of the most consistent thing we've seen all race, actually. We see some more separation, actually. Cavalinos putting some even more separation between him and Limp. Limp, I believe, will probably be looking to warm up those mediums and then kind of do some catching up here.
Again? Oh, same result.
Bit. Yep, let's... Oh, that was an interesting field view.
Not the same result.
Yeah, Sunbeam manages to overtake Kumar.
I think he's letting him
and
through.
Then
I
Yeah.
was like, there's no way he's.
And there we go. We see
Some
Sunbeam
fair
back in fifth.
racing.
Yeah. Some sportsmanship there.
So he tries the same move again.
Yeah.
Same thing happens. You think he'll try to third?
Maybe. I mean, three's a pattern. See.
I think at this point the better strategy is just pit now and just put in some laps because you're just getting.
Yeah.
I think it's just you're stuck behind this and you can't get in front of it, right?
Yeah, Kumar is actually, I feel like, the amount of laps he has on those mediums, is really going to play in here. As we... and hello. That was a view. We saw some contact and some spin and some ghosting and all the fun things. Well, not losing a lot of time, though. Managed to get back on course. Lost about 4 seconds there between him and Kumar. Though, like we said earlier, Kumar might end up seeing some time in the pits with 12 laps on mediums with 10 laps to go. 22 lap mediums to finish a race is a bit rough. But, I mean, we've seen crazier things before. We have another penalty. 3 seconds now. Let's actually take a look at Limp as he is slowly whittling away that delta. Was 6 seconds, was 5 seconds, now 3.
Now 3.
Gonna be looking to catch up to Cavalinos here now that his mediums are nice and warm. And he's facing down some hards here. Oh,
see him?
See him in the distance. Catching him. You see him down to 2.5 second delta?
So we don't expect Cavalinos to go in again.
No.
But
I don't believe
it
so.
looks like
125.957.
it's like they're a lot faster on these mediums right now.
Way faster. The one thing I didn't pay too much attention to in the qualies is what they were on, because these times are fast. I have a feeling they were on not softs, because these are some fast times you're seeing. You have Limp, sub 2 seconds now, really making up a lot of time.
Yeah, he might even make it. No, he's not. That's ambitious.
We'll see. I think he might catch, but I don't know about overtake.
No.
Yeah, not this lap.
And then you got to get to the sector 3. Sector 3 is notoriously hard to get past somebody.
Well, he'll still has 9 laps to go, soon to be 8, but that's plenty of time to.
Somebody goes into the pit. Like that's the best strategy for him right now.
I would assume
we might see Kumar go in again.
Yeah, it looks like Sunby actually
might actually stretch it out and try to stay in front of Jonas though.
Yeah, we kind of missed that. It looks like Sunby did go into the pits, came out on mediums. Now everybody except Kefalinos is out there on mediums, which is going to be difficult for Kefalinos as he looks to.
Oh, we're already here.
Yeah, we're already here, man.
We're already here.
We are already here at the second position, watching our lowest delta as Limp.
You might see a pass coming up here.
Very close here. Looking to make his move. Looks to go to the outside.
He's covering it. Oh, this is a wide. You can take this really wide though. That's the thing.
Yeah. And there he goes.
Yeah, there's so much more pace in those tires right now.
Oh,
but he's coming back on him.
Oh,
here we go.
Very smart.
He's still able to get the DRS from him though.
Catches that, overtakes him again
but
for
now
first place.
he's gonna get the DRS here.
That's some smart driving.
This tends to be the better DRS zone.
Yep, and there he goes.
Can defend that.
And now we see Kefalinos drop back into second. And Limp look to extend that delta on him.
Now, if Kefalinos can stay on the back of Limp, should be able to take these tires all the way to the end and still stay in front of him.
Yeah, we have a 4-second difference there. We might want to take a look in a few laps, not right now, but we'll take a look at penalties as we get closer to the end of the race, because that's going to come into play, as we definitely have seen some penalties out there. Okay, yeah,
so
Cavalinos
they're sharing the same penalty time.
Yep, the person that's going to matter most for is Kumar there, as it would currently put him in 6th. We see some very fast racing, actually. Cavalinos is managing to kind of keep up a little bit more with Limp here in first than I thought he would on these hards. This is some good racing.
This is good. And you need to stay on the back of Limp.
Certainly. We do have
Gives
Yoink,
you two
though.
chances, you know, stays off Yoink. Hopefully Yoink can't catch him.
I mean,
And maybe Limp makes another mistake.
certainly.
you know?
We'll see what happens here, but we'll keep an eye on this delta, Yoink's delta, because he's currently hovering around 2.9 to 3, somewhere in there. We'll see if that starts to get lower and he catches up to this 1-2 pack.
Yeah.
You can see Kefalinos is maintaining about a half a second behind to a second behind, depending on where they are on the course.
And that's the key, though. As long as he keeps that gap under a second near the DRSMs, then he'll be able to stay on the back.
Certainly. Be interesting to see how this race.
Oh no!
And something happened.
He lost the back end.
Lost the back end. Yeah.
He's probably just trying to keep up, and that was the issue.
Well,
So now Yoink takes second.
yeah.
And that,
Yoink takes second. I don't think, barring any major craziness, that 42-second delta there is quite big between 3 and 4. I don't think we're going to see a lot of movement there. We will see some interesting stuff happen at 5 and 6. Definitely seeing some interesting stuff at 1 and 2 here. We'll see if Yoik, now going medium to medium, can make up some time on Limp.
Yoink might have been pacing a little bit better than Limp. So we'll see if he's able to actually catch him.
Yeah, certainly.
Fast, I guess. Yoink and James
Oh, wow. Yeah, if they hold these finishes, they would tie on points. Yoink and Jonas, they'd be the Alpine teammates, putting in the exact same.
Yeah. They should get second in
114
constructors as
points.
well.
Yeah,
Yes, the Alpine team has outscored themselves in the back half of the season by an insane amount, like about 100 points.
yeah, that's what we like to see: consistency and improvement.
Doing that would also mean that Tazos keep
Yeah, true.
Hmm.
It's crazy.
Tazos would maintain lead over them by a single point, but we might see that change up here.
You never know.
We have some laps left, and we have Yoik just 3 seconds behind.
No, it looks like Limp is now. It looks like he's just managing the race now.
He is. We'll see if we.
Yoink looked like he was catching him, and then
Yeah, I think he's kind of maintaining here. He's actually gaining a little bit. We'll see. We have 5 laps left. No real contention among our racers in terms of positions right now. You see our closest is at our 1 and 2, 3.4 seconds away from each other. We have Kefalinos out there on hards on 17 laps. Don't believe he's going to look to pit. I don't really think anybody else out there is going to be looking to pit either.
no.
Only
The
5
only one I
laps.
could see pitting is Kefalinos.
Yeah.
But then everybody else should be able to make it to the end.
We will see
So-
what happens here. A few laps left. Coming down to the end, you see Limp extending his lead by a few tenths of a second, fairly consistently over this whole lap.
Yep.
Now 4.2, 4.1.
Should go up to Limp.
Yeah, let's take a look at Limp actually.
Putting in some fast times there now.
some very fast times.
Has the gap up to 4.4 now.
Yeah, just gaining, doing what we saw him do a few races ago, and just put some space between himself and the next closest
Yes.
racer when there was no one in front of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's kind of doing that right now. Actually, Jonas is slowly whittling away. Not enough to catch.
Not enough. Yeah.
But slowly whittling away. That large 42 seconds was its previous, now down to 31.
yeah,
we'll
Jonas
see.
is hoping for a mistake from
Cavalinos.
Cavalinos, essentially.
Yeah, I mean, if he keeps whittling away that time, one mistake would be
He
enough
could,
to
yeah.
overtake.
Definitely in a space that can make a difference.
Yellow flags and
Somebody.
yeah.
So they look like just a little wide, I think.
See some very fast racing from Limp as he's getting ready to put in a lap
Up to
here.
5 now, 5-second gap.
Let's see if this is a little bit of control there. Not enough to put in the fastest lap, but certainly enough to extend that lead, which is really all he needs.
I mean, he just needs to finish.
Currently
the race.
sitting there with the fastest lap.
Finishing
too.
the race will get both drivers and constructors.
True.
For the Mercedes.
Yes. Looking to solidify that win across the board with a finish here.
Good way to finish.
Yeah, good way to end the season, certainly for him. I'm sure he'll be thrilled. Though I imagine he would have been even more thrilled had Miller been in it and then he took it at the last second.
Yeah.
But, you know,
I think he forgot where these tires are getting a little old.
yeah, certainly. Though not as old as Kefalinos out there sitting on 19 laps on hards.
Yeah. Looks like the pace Kefalinos is doing
He's
on those
keeping-
hards is not bad.
That's great pace on
Yeah.
19 lap hards. I mean,
Yeah,
he's
that
keeping up with
that
the
one
majority of the
mistake
field.
really, I think he might have had a chance to even hold second.
But
if
I mean-
that didn't happen.
Certainly, and we saw earlier, you know, he's really a smart driver out there. Like some of the things he was doing was just really, really good driving, and I think that's why he's able to kind of keep pace on these older hards.
Yoink stuck to their strategy though.
Yeah,
Didn't go in on the safety car.
no,
He stayed on the hards.
And
Came
it's
in
paid off.
later. And it seemed to
Second.
work out for him.
got 2.5 laps left here as we come to the close of the close.
The close of the close.
Close of the close. Yes. See Limp coming through sector 2. Let's go ahead and we have a
Even
few
bigger
laps.
of a gap.
Let's take a look at Yoink here. You know, we'll see how he does on this lap here. Just a 6-second interval between him and Limp. 6
If
seconds
he can
is
hold this will be Alpine's first second place. They've only gotten thirds as their on the podiums.
Oh, this would be the
Yeah,
highest
it'll be
an
their
Alpine
highest
team member has finished all season
All
for the
season.
podium.
Yeah.
Putting the pressure on, I
Which is
think.
pretty surprising
Yeah.
seeing as they are second in the constructors.
Well, yeah, surprising considering how consistent they've been and how much improvement they've made over the season. So
Exactly.
they've been doing really well here of late. You can see a little more space now. You know, Limp just slowly creeping up, increasing
Yeah.
that delta.
I guess he had a lot of pace in those tires.
Yeah, a lot.
He just didn't. He wasn't using it until now.
Yeah, and Kefalinos is actually increasing his lead over Jonas the last few. Oh,
Yeah,
and he
and he
goes
still
into the
pits.
pit. And it'll be interesting to see how much time he loses. You're coming on softs here,
I think
maybe?
he just noticed he's gonna try to get fastest lap here. I would assume the classic Kefalinos last lap pit.
Yeah.
We've seen it many times now. Can't-
Lost 19.6
Yeah.
on that.
Once he notices he can't get past somebody in the,
Mm-hmm. Trying to get
he
that
just
point.
goes in, tries to get that extra point.
You know, if you know where you're at and you know that's where you're going to be, you might as well try for it.
Yeah,
Not
I
a
mean,
bad
Yoink
strategy.
would have had to made a huge mistake.
Exactly.
Like, even with 7 seconds, you can usually get back onto
Mm-hmm.
the track. And
Well,
So.
let's take a look at Kefalinos here for a second. We have
so, if this stays this way too, Yoink will actually be above Jonas because even though they're going to be tied in points, he'll have the tiebreaker.
he'll have the tiebreaker. So we see Limp now coming across the line as he's starting his final lap. Same with Yoik here in just a second or two. And we'll be going up to them in just a minute to come in to finish the race.
There you go.
Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at how they do in this last lap here. Like we were saying earlier, Limp is going to be most likely overtaking first in our individual, already holding first, and for Mercedes and the constructors, has our fastest lap out there. Just
He's
kinda
already celebrating.
collecting the
He's
titles like a little
celebrating
F1 dragon, just sitting on his pile of titles, his shinies.
Yeah. Oh, he's taking his very slow.
Yeah. He doesn't need to take it anything but
Yeah.
safe. I mean, as long as he's safe on this lap,
Oh yeah, look
doing
at him.
his victory squiggles there. That's what we like to see.
Excellent drive.
Yeah, fantastic. Coming around into the final section of the final lap, the final race of the season.
Yep. Final couple corners.
Mm-hmm.
Fireworks should start soon.
We'll put a little something extra in his champagne for the win. We'll see, and we'll drop back drivers as we see them come across the finish here, and I think that pretty much does it. What if he just stopped right then? And we see him clinch a first place finish. First place in both league and constructors. We see Yoik come across the line there to clinch second, and like we said earlier, that also clinches his position.
See if Cass can get
The
that last
tiebreaker.
lap.
See what
Yeah, we'll see if he can get the
Cafalinos-
fastest lap here.
He is competing for that prize. World's fastest lap. Let's see.
see. Very close.
I think he wins no matter what.
And he does
That's
it. 125.44. Chris Keff
Nice.
takes away the fastest lap from
And
Limp.
you can hear the fireworks going off.
Yep, there's the fireworks. We're going to drop back as he
Seems a little
solidifies
late.
third place. It does seem a little late, but you know what?
They weren't
Sometimes
ready.
those wicks
They
are
weren't
extra
ready.
long. That's what it is.
Okay.
Long wicks. Poor wick management.
Poor Wick.
They manage their DRS better than they manage their wick or their
And Jonas
ERS.
comes in.
Ooh, little 360 spin there to show off.
Yeah.
Fourth place finish in the final. We have our fifth place finisher, and then we'll keep an eye here as Sunbee
Sunbee
comes around
comes
the
in
final
here.
turns here.
Oh, we forgot to do driver of the day.
You know, we didn't do driver of the day. Yeah, we didn't. I'm gonna give driver of the day
Gonna put it
to Ignoramus. He's not out there at all. We're gonna do our driver of the day poll real quick. A little bit late, but I mean, you'll have full knowledge of the entirety of the race when you vote. So there's that. This is an interesting view of not being able to switch drivers, but driver of the day according to the game. We have KGB Daddy, which is
Jonas.
Jonas, yes. We see somebody up there on the podium celebrating their first place Limp. Let's see. We give him the cup. I noticed no sloshing, so they didn't fill it with champagne yet. There he goes. Spraying everybody. There's the celebratory champagne. Manages to take first in both constructors and in our single racer event as well. So there we go. We have our finish for the race. We have Limp in first, Yoik in second, and Chris Keff in third, Jonas in fourth, Kumar in fifth. And then
All right, you're
we
taking too
have
long.
we had a couple DNFs you saw today. We had 3 DNFs, Clicky, Derpy, and Miller, all DNF. That will certainly affect the final standings.
Yeah.
We will see what happens here. You know, I believe that even with a DNF, Miller was far enough ahead in the
Yes.
single driver standings to maintain second. This is going to be an interesting finish here to the season. a little bit more crazy in the beginning than we
Yep.
thought it would be. Led to a little bit of a predicted finish there in the last
We can do
laps.
it, yeah.
But I think that it was still a fun race. What did you think?
Yeah.
Yeah,
There was the safety car caused a
Oh,
lot of
man.
commotion.
it did.
The unexpected crash.
Unexpected crash, multiple
The driver of the
wing
day poll
damages.
is up. I know who I would vote for.
He'll tell you that after you vote.
Yeah, after everybody votes.
He doesn't want to unduly influence your election here.
Yeah, so with that victory, Limp solidifies both the constructor and driver championship.
Yeah.
With both Alpines doing really well, getting second and fourth, they solidify the second place for the constructors.
Certainly. And I believe
And-
that puts... Oh, actually, yeah. Does Tazos manage to hold on?
I
to
believe
third?
by 1 point.
By a
So
point?
Jonas got fourth place, which is 12.
Hmm.
So you do the math on that. That'd
Yeah.
be one.
Certainly. 1 point.
114.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Yoink got 18.
Yeah.
Which gives
18,
him
which is 114 as well.
And
And
but
then
because
Yoink takes the tiebreaker for...
takes the tiebreaker because he
for
just
fourth.
got second place
Hmm.
here.
Yeah, so we see our standings end up for our driver standings as Limp, followed by Miller, followed by Tazos, then Yoik, then Jonas. And I believe after that it was Kefalinos, as
Yeah.
he finished high enough to solidify himself
Yeah.
that position.
So Tasteless just barely.
Barely holds
ekes
on
one
not
out.
being here, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
That was impressive.
That it
Cavalinos
was.
couldn't catch them, just barely unable to catch them
and
in
that
the Alpines. Which is it's still impressive, seeing as he was having to fight them alone, and it's always easier when you're battling a different constructor with an extra driver with you, right?
certainly.
Yeah, having a wingman helps, right?
Mhm.
Because he's having to fight two people. They're only having to fight one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that kind of solidifies too our top 5 for the constructors, as Mercedes, Alpine, McLaren, Ferrari, and Aston Martin. All of those stay the same. The standings
Pretty
stay
much,
the same.
yeah.
The points
I
change,
believe,
but the positions don't.
No, Williams will pass Haas.
Oh, Williams will pass Haas at the lower
at
on
the
down.
lower. Wait, maybe not. What did he at fifth? Fifth is I know the math. Is 10
Is 10, so yeah,
Oh,
he
yeah,
manages
he
to
does. He
pass
manages
by 4
to-
points.
to pass it because nobody raced for Haas, and then neither that.
And
Red Bull
Alfa Romero
nor-
doesn't score any points
Yeah,
for
none of them.
constructor.
Yeah, so Williams will go
Actually, it goes
up.
up.
Haas will go one down, and AlphaTauri will
Williams
stay.
goes up too. Passes Alfa Romero for 6, 7.
Right. So we will.
Yeah, 7. Man, that ends a good season though.
Yeah, good
Good
season.
season. Definitely saw a lot of racing. I think in future seasons we're gonna be looking maybe to fill out the roster with some even
Exactly.
more people. Have more people in each of the races. Get some more consistency between scheduling. And everyone just kind of will be settling in.